Hey everybody, it is Nathan Selove with a super exciting announcement to make. But first things first, happy Autism Acceptance Month, everybody. I have not forgotten about you all, but as you know, I am a parent and I also have a full-time job. Well, I should say another full-time job that is a paying full-time job because parenthood is absolutely a full-time job. And with all of that, it has been hard for me to come up with a schedule to do regular postings. But that does not mean that I have forgotten about you all. And that doesn't mean that I have not been working on autism-related content, which is what I wanted to talk to you all about today. I've mentioned in some videos before that I've been working on publishing a novel. Well, I have now published said novel. Yes, the novel is called The Assassin and the Sorceress. It is a queer fantasy romance action adventure story, and it features an autistic main character. And I'm really excited to share this with the world. It is now available on Amazon for digital, for a digital version, for paperback, and for hardback, and I could not be more excited. Very nervous, but also very excited, especially to share it during Autism Acceptance Month. One of the biggest reasons why I want to share it is because I'm hoping that creating a story with an autistic main character who is a love interest and also an action hero will help fight against implicit biases. There are a lot of implicit biases against the autism community, which I've definitely talked about on this channel. And we also know, based on research, that the best way of fighting against implicit biases is to expose yourself to positive examples of that which you have an implicit bias against. So I'm hoping that people that have implicit biases against autistics, maybe they read this and maybe that helps to fight against it, because I have a character who is autistic, and unlike most literature, her autism is not the central focus of the plot. It is definitely an integral part of her character, but it's not the central focus of the plot. Too often we have autistics. The only autism representation that we see in media is autistics where their autism is the central focus of the plot, which means they can't be other things along the way. They can't be an action hero or a love interest. And I was annoyed with seeing that, so I decided to write a book where the autistic main character is both a love interest and an action hero. And I also hope that for people who are autistic, that hopefully you read this and maybe you see yourself in a character that you don't normally see. Because we don't normally see that type of character represented in media. So hopefully you're able to see yourself in the character of Jasara. And yes, I did name the character after my wife. Which, speaking of which, if you have watched some of my past videos that have discussed my relationship with Jess, you'll definitely want to pick this up, because a lot of aspects of our relationship inspired the relationship between the two main characters in this book. One thing that I do want to make sure to iterate before anybody tries to buy this, this is intended for a mature audience. It contains sex, it contains violence, it contains lots of cussing, so I am warning you right now, it is definitely intended for a mature audience. But I really do hope that you give it a chance, and maybe if you enjoy it, maybe you leave a review, because reviews really help new indie authors get recognized and get out there. So thank you all so much. That's today's video. Thank you all for watching. If you like autism-related content, please consider giving a like, a share, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Check out some of my past stuff. I will leave the description. I will leave a link to where you can find this book on Amazon in the description, and you will see me in the next one.